Hey everyone, welcome to our new series, Pack-A-Day Magic. In the future on this channel, we're going to have a very simple concept. We're going to be opening one pack of sealed magic every day and posting it online so you can see what we get. And tonight is the pre-release event for Ravnica Allegiance, and we've also picked up a Simic pre-release pack, and we're going to open that on the video today. So give me a second and we'll open it up. Picked it up from Dice City Games in Montgomery County, Maryland. So you guys ought to check it out if you're in the area. It's a great store, great atmosphere. I really enjoyed the few minutes I spent in the store, and probably will end up playing there pretty often if I can. So sorry, I have the dullest knife possible for this. Just giving you a look at the outside of the box. It says Mutation, Evolution, Progress on the back. It's got a slip cover on it that we'll discard here. This will be the booster box, by the way, that we're opening one pack out of per day as we go through the first month of the series. In the future videos, you're going to be joined by my son, Henry, who is 4. And I figured it would be a lot of fun to see what somebody who doesn't have any interest in the playability of the cards thinks, and is just interested in the story and the images. So for this is how it's packed on the inside. There's a spin down counter, otherwise known as a D20. You can see the Simic symbol, if I can get the autofocus to work here, on the die itself. So if you've never done a pre-release before, it's a partially pre-constructed deck and a partially randomized deck. So the pre-constructed part, there's a really nice foil here. It is Biomancer's Familiar. I really like this card. We'll open it up in just a second. But the best part is always, to me, opening the random pack, so we're going to start there. It comes with a token card, a spirit token. There is a code on the back that will unlock a competitive draft in MTG Arena Online. I'm going to hide that from you because I plan on playing it, so give me just a second here. So, pack number 1. Here we go. All right, first common, 10th District Veteran, white mana, 2 mana, 1 white, human soldier creature. See if I can get my autofocus to tune in a little bit better here. Let me have it too zoomed out here. Huh. Maybe my lighting's not quite right. All right, here we go. The second card in the pack is the Rebel Belt Runner. It's a 1 mana, 1 red, 1 green creature. It's a Viashino Warrior. Rebel Belt Runner can't be blocked by creature tokens. It's a 3/3. Next one here is Thought Collapse. 1 mana, 2 blue. Instant, counter target spell. Its controller puts the top 3 cards of their library into their graveyard. A 2 mana, 1 black, Noxious Grudian. It's a creature beast with Death Touch, 2/2. Next, we have a Mammoth Spider. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here so we can get a better look at the cards. It's a 3/5 with Reach. 4 mana, 1 green. Next one is Thirsting Shade. It's 1 black mana. It is a creature, Shade, lifelink, and for 2 mana and 1 black, Thirsting Shade gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. It's a 1/1 creature. The next common is a Watchful Giant. 5 mana, 1 white, creature, giant soldier. When Watchful Giant enters the battlefield, create 1/1 white human creature token, and it's a 3/6. Get to the point. 3 mana, 1 black, 1 red. Instant, destroy target creature, scry 1. Ill-Gotten Inheritance. It's a 3 mana, 1 black enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, Ill-Gotten Inheritance deals 1 damage to each opponent, and you gain 1 life. For 5 mana, 1 black, you can sacrifice the Ill-Gotten Inheritance. It deals 4 damage to target opponent, and you gain 4 life. Imperious Oligarch. It's a creature, human cleric. Vigilance, Afterlife 1. When this creature dies, create a 1/1 white and black spirit creature token with flying. It's a 2/1. Statewing Spy. It's a 3 mana, 1 blue. It's a creature. It's a Vidalcan rogue mutant. It's got, for 5 mana and 1 blue, you can adapt 2. And that means if this creature has no +1/+1 counters on it, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. Each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it has flying. We're getting into the uncommons now. The first is Dovin's Acuity. This is a 1 mana, 1 white, 1 blue enchantment. When Dovin's Acuity enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life and draw a card. Whenever you cast an instant spell during your main phase, you may return Dovin's Acuity to its owner's hand. Second uncommon, Cry of the Carnarium. It's 1 mana, 2 black. It's a sorcery. All creatures get -2/-2 until the end of turn. Exile all creatures in all graveyards that were put there from the battlefields this turn. If a creature would die this turn, exile it instead. Good grief. All right, so here is our rare. It is the Benthic Biomancer. It's 1 mana. Creature, Merfolk Wizard Mutant. It's got, for 1 mana, 1 blue, you can adapt 1. And that means if this creature has no +1/+1 counters on it, put a +1/+1 counter on it. And whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on Benthic Biomancer, draw a card, then discard a card. Pretty good little cheap mana card. And that the land in this pack was an Azorius Guildgate, and that gives you white or blue mana, and it comes into the battlefield tapped, and a nice Thopter token. Yay. That's pack number 1. Not a bad pack. I'll put this back over here. All right. All right, pack number 2. Oh, I'm playing havoc with my autofocus here. Just so you can see the packaging on the booster packs. This is the Ravnica Allegiance booster pack packaging. We're going to open this up here. All right. So 10th District Veteran. We'll probably go a little faster through the uncommons here, or through the commons. It's for 2 colorless, 1 white. It's a creature, human soldier, vigilance. Whenever 10th District Veteran attacks, untap another target creature you control, 2/3. Next one, 1 colorless, 1 red, 1 green. Creature, Viashino Warrior. Rubble Belt Runner can't be blocked by creature tokens. Kind of fun, 3/3. Thought Collapse, we saw that card in an earlier pack. Come on, autofocus. What's up? Sorry, guys. Here we go. Stony Strength for 1 green. It's an instant. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Untap that creature. Thirsting Shade. This is a 1 black mana, and it's creature Shade with lifelink. It's a 2 colorless, 1 black effect. Thirsting Shade gets +1/+1 until the end of turn, and it's a 1/1. Skewer the Critics. I love this art. If you can't see it, it's a devil throwing a candelabra like a spear. It's kind of awesome. Into the crowd. 2 colorless, 1 red. Sorcery. Spectacle. For 1 red mana, you may cast the spell for its spectacle cost rather than its mana cost if the opponent lost life this turn. Skewer the Critics deals 3 damage to any target. Rafter Demon. 2 colorless, one black, 1 red. Creature, demon, spectacle 3, 1 black, 1 red. You may cast this spell for its spectacle cost rather than its mana cost if opponent lost life this turn. When Rafter Demon enters the battlefield, if its spectacle cost was paid, each opponent discards a card. Clear the Mind. 2 colorless, 1 blue. It's a sorcery card. Target player shuffles their graveyard into their library. Draw a card. Syndicate Messenger. 3 colorless, 1 white. Creature, bird, flying, afterlife 1. When this creature dies, create a 1/1 white and black spirit creature token with flying. Rally to Battle. 3 colorless, 1 white. Instant. Creatures you control get +1/+3 until end of turn. Untap them. Now we're into the uncommons. Oh, this is actually the second uncommon. Hackrobat. It's a Rakdos card. It's a 1 colorless, 1 black, 1 red. Creature, human rogue. Spectacle with a black and red cost. You may cast this spell for its spectacle cost rather than its mana cost if an opponent lost life this turn. For 1 black, the Hackrobat gains Death Touch until the end of turn. And for 1 red, the Hackrobat gets +2/-2 until the end of turn. Right. Third uncommon is Scrabbling Claws. Nice. For 1 colorless, it's an artifact. You can tap it and target player exiles a card from their graveyard. For 1 colorless, sacrifice Scrabbling Claws, exile target card from a graveyard, draw a card. Come on, autofocus. Interesting. Okay, here is our rare. It's Theater of Horrors. It's a Rakdos card. 1 colorless, 1 black, 1 red. It's an enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. During your turn, if an opponent lost life this turn, you may play cards exiled with Theater of Horrors. For 3 colorless, 1 red, Theater of Horrors deals 1 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. So that could be pretty deadly. That's a pretty great card. I'm pretty happy about that. Oh, and we have a foil, uncommon, Knight of the Last Breath. That's 5 colorless, 1 white, 1 black. It's a creature, giant knight. For 3 colorless mana, sacrifice another non-token creature. You can create a +1/+1 white and black spirit creature token with flying. It's got Afterlife 3. When the creature dies, create 3 1/1 white and black spirit creature tokens with flying, and this is a 4/4 creature. Pretty cool. The land for this one is a Rakdos Guildgate. These all come in tapped, and when they're untapped, you can tap them for black or red mana. And another spirit token. Hooray! All right. Here we go. I'm going to have to pause here and change out the battery of the camera. Just one moment. Okay, we are back for the third pack. We've got 3 total packs left to go, and we will be done with the randomized set and then moving into the pre-constructed portion after that. So let's hang tight. Here we go. Oh my gosh, you can tell I'm really rusty getting into packs. All right, straight into the commons. Good grief. This is a Concordia Pegasus, 1 colorless, 1 white. Creature Pegasus flying, 1/3. 1 red mana Spear Spewer. Come on, camera. It's a goblin creature, defender. You can tap it and Spear Spewer deals 1 damage to each player. It's kind of fun. For 0/2. Prying Eyes, 4 mana, 4 colorless, and 2 blue. It's an instant, draw 4 cards, then discard 2. Dead Revels, 3 colorless, 1 black, sorcery, spectacle. For 1 and 1 black, you may cast the spell as spectacle cost. You can return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Stony Strength, we saw before, adds counters. Here's a Skitter Eel. It is a fish crab. 3 colorless, 1 blue, creature fish crab. For 2 colorless, 1 blue, you get Adapt 2, which puts 2+1/+1 counters on it if it has no counters on it already, and it's a 3/3. Grasping Thrall. This is a 3 colorless, 1 white, 1 black. It's creature, Thrall. Flying, when Grasping Thrall enters the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to each opponent, and you gain 2 life. Burn Bright. 2 colorless mana, 1 red, instant. Creatures you control get +2/+0 until the end of turn. Azorius Knight Arbiter. 3 colorless, 1 white, 1 blue. Creature is a human knight. Vigilance, Azorius Knight Arbiter can't be blocked. Titanic Brawl. For 1 colorless, 1 green, it's an instant. The spell costs 1 less to cast. If it targets a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it, the target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. Sphinx of New Prov. 2 white, 2 blue. Creature Sphinx. Vigilance. Spells your opponents cast that target the Sphinx of New Prov cost 2 more to cast. This is one of the uncommons, and it's a 4/3. An Azorius Skyguard. This is a pretty heavy Azorius pack. 4 colorless, 1 white, 1 blue. Creature, human knight. Flying, first strike. Creatures your opponents control get -1/-0. All right. Final uncommon is a Sky Tether. It's 1 white. It's an enchantment. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature has defender and loses flying. All right. Ooh. Judith, the Scourge Diva, is our rare. It's a legendary creature, human shaman. It's a 1 colorless, 1 black, 1 red. Other creatures you control get +1/+0. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, Judith, the Scourge Diva, deals 1 damage to any target. Kind of nice. And it's a Gruul Gilgate and a Goblin token. There we go. Don't worry, I'll be putting these in sleeves. All right. 2 packs left before we get to the pre-constructed portion. So here we go. And do me a favor, leave me a comment in the below and just let me know if you prefer that I read the cards out or if you prefer we just get down to business and read through them really quickly. I want to make sure that the people who are actually watching this are getting what they want. Some people want all the details. Some people know the cards pretty well. Just would like to get a sense of y'all's desire as far as what you want to see. So first uncommon, Arrestor's Zeal, 1 white, instant. Target creature gets +2/+2 until the end of turn. It's got an addendum. If you cast this spell during your main phase, that creature gains flying until the end of turn. Rubble Slinger. For 2 colorless and either red or green, it's a creature, human warrior with reach that's 2/3. We have a Quench that you can't see because of the focus. Here we go. It is a 1 colorless, 1 blue, instant counter target spell unless its controller pays 2. Undercity Scavenger, 3 colorless, 1 black. It's a creature, ogre warrior. When Undercity Scavenger enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, you put 2 +1/+1 creature counters on Undercity Scavenger, then scry 2. So 3/3. Sorrowform Hybrid. That is a 1 mana, 1 green creature, human lizard warrior. For 4 colorless and 2 green, you can adapt 4. So that's 4 +1/+1 counters if it doesn't have any on it, and it's a 2/2 when it comes into play. Catacomb Crocodile. 4 colorless, 1 black creature, crocodile. It's a 3/7. Nice fat blocker for you. Senate Griffin. 2 colorless and 2 mana of either white or blue in any combination. It's a griffin creature flying with, when Simic Griffin enters the battlefield, scry 1. It's a 3/2. Goblin Gathering. 2 colorless, 1 red. Sorcery, create a number of of 1/1 red goblin creature tokens equal to 2 plus the number of cards named Goblin Gathering in your graveyard. So that's kind of fun. Aeromunculus. Common. It is a 1 colorless, 1 green, 1 blue creature, homunculus mutant. It's got flying. For 2 colorless and 1 green and 1 blue, you can adapt 1. So there's +1/+1 counter, and it's a 2/3. For the first uncommon, we have a Galloping Lizrog. It's 3 colorless, 1 green, 1 blue creature, frog lizard with trample. When Galloping Lizard enters the battlefield, you may remove any number of +1/+1 counters from among creatures you control. If you do, put twice that many +1/+1 counters on Galloping Lizard. So you got to understand, I'm always thinking of Simic cards in the context of my Mimeoplasm EDH deck, and that could be a lot of fun. Second uncommon, Screaming Shield. It's an artifact equipment for 1 colorless mana. The equipped creature gets +0/+3 and has, for 2 colorless mana, tap. Target creature puts the top 3 cards of their library into their graveyard and equip for 3. And the third uncommon is Regenesis. For 3 colorless mana and 2 green, it's an instant. You can return up to 2 target permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. All right, and here we go for the rare, Pestilent Spirit. 2 colorless, 1 black. It's a creature spirit with menace and death touch. Instant and sorcery spells you control have death touch. Any amount of damage they deal to a creature is enough to destroy it. And it's a 3/2 creature. Oh, hey, and we have a foil Scuttlegator. This is a 4 colorless, 2 mana of either green or blue. Creature, crab, turtle, crocodile. It's a defender for 6 mana and 2 Simic mana. You can do adapt. The foil's making it hard to see. 3, adapt 3. And as long as Scuttlegator has a +1/+1 counter on it, it can attack as though it didn't have defender. And then a Rakdos Guildgate and a Sphinx token. All right, we're down to the last of the random packs. So here we go. Something really satisfying about opening packs. I also slightly feel like I'm indulging like an addiction when this happens, so more than 2 packs at a time, I start feeling guilty. So we have a Quench, which we saw before, so I'll skip that. Concordia Pegasus. I believe we saw one of those earlier. Another Spear Spewer. Another Prying Eyes. Another Sorrowform Hybrid. Undercity's Embrace. I don't know if we saw that one yet. It's a 2 colorless, 1 black mana instant. Target opponent sacrifices a creature. If you control a creature with power 4 or greater, you gain 4 life. Lawmage's Binding. That is a 1 colorless, 1 white, 1 blue. Enchantment Aura. Flash, enchant creature. Enchanted creature can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. Rubble Reading. 3 colorless, 1 red. Sorcery. Destroy target land. Scry 2. Chillbringer. 4 colorless, 1 blue. Creature elemental with flying. When Chillbringer enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. It doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Gross. Saruli Caretaker. That's a 1 green mana. Creature, Dryad, Defender. You can tap it to tap an untapped creature you control. Add 1 mana of any color. That's kind of fun. Archway Angel for the first uncommon. 5 colorless, 1 white, so pretty late in the game. Creature, Angel, flying. When Archway Angel enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life for each gate you control. It's kind of interesting. 3/4. Rumbling Ruin, 5 colorless, 1 red, creature elemental. When Rumbling Ruin enters the battlefield, count the number of +1/+1 counters on creatures you control. Creatures your opponents control with power less than or equal to that number can't block this turn. For our next uncommon, we have an Orzhov Enforcer. It is a 1 colorless, 1 black creature, human rogue, death touch, and afterlife. 1. So when this creature dies, you create a 1/1 white and black spirit creature token with flying. Here we go for our rare, Awaken the Erstwhile. So for 3 colorless and 2 black, it's a sorcery. Each player discards all the cards in their hand, then creates that many 2/2 black zombie creature tokens. That's funny. And then a Gruul Guildgate. So we did all right with this. I feel like I got some nice rares out of that. So in a second, we'll go back through and look at exactly what we got. So here's the constructed part. You can get the list of this online, but I'm just going to go through it in case you haven't done that, or in case you just want to see the way the cards look in real life. Making myself nervous. Always afraid I'm going to bend the cards getting them out of the package. So you have this nice foil rare Biomancer's Familiar, which is a 1 green, 1 blue creature mutant. Activated abilities of creature you control cost 2 colorless mana less to activate. This effect can't reduce the amount of mana and ability cost to activate to less than 1 mana. If you tap it, the next time target creature adapts this turn, it adapts as though it had no +1/+1 counters on it. So that's pretty interesting. You can keep growing your creatures. Then there's a Simic Locket, which is a 3 cost with colorless artifact. You can tap it to add either green or blue, and for 4 mana of either green or blue, you can tap it and sacrifice Simic Locket and draw 2 cards. Skatewing Spy, 3 colorless, 1 blue, creature Vidalcan Rogue Mutant. For 5 colorless and 1 blue, you can adapt it 2. And each creature you control with +1/+1 counters on it has flying. Here's our dual card, our double card. I'm not sure what the right term for this is. Incubation and Incongruity. You can play for 1 Simic color. It's a sorcery. You can look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. The other side of it is Incongruity. Sorry, it has it out of the screen here. Incongruity has a 1 colorless, 1 green, 1 blue cost. It's an instant. Exile target creature. That creature's controller creates a 3/3 green frog lizard creature token. Right. Then we have a Gatebreaker Ram. This is a 2 colorless, 1 green. The creature is a sheep. It is uncommon. Gatebreaker Ram gets +1/+1 for each gate you control. As long as you control 2 or more gates, Gatebreaker Ram has vigilance and trample. A Steeple Creeper, which is a 2 colorless, 1 green card. It's a creature, frog snake. For 3 mana and 1 blue, the Steeple Creeper gains flying until the end of turn. Humongulous. For 4 mana, 1 blue, it's a creature, it's a homunculus. It's hexproof and it's 2/5. Titanic Brawl we saw earlier. Our homunculus we saw earlier. Sagittarius Volley. It's an instant for 2 colorless, 1 green. Destroy target creature with flying. Sagittarius Volley deals 1 damage to each creature with flying your opponent's control. You can clear out some tokens that way. Another Quench. Another Scuttlegator. Open the Gates. For 1 green, sorcery, search your library for a basic land card. And for a basic land card or gate card, reveal it, put it in your hand, and then shuffle your library. Chillbringer, and then a Simic Guildgate. So the idea is that you take these cards and then you construct a pre-constructed or a deck out of it, and then you take it into a tournament that you'll play in over the weekend. Wondering what else is in here. just to fold out. I've actually got a suggestion sheet here for building a pre-release deck, and it essentially helps you make sure that you have the right amount of mana and spells. They suggest you build a pre-release deck with 15 to 18 creatures, 5 to 8 other spells, and they've got a mana ramp chart here that will take you through kind of having the right mix of low cost and high cost mana cards in your deck. So 0 to 2 cards for 1 cost, 6 to 8 that cost 2, 6 to 8 that cost 3, 3 to 5 that cost 4, 2 to 4 that cost 5, and then 6 plus costs you only hit 1 to 3, and then 17 lands. And that is kind of this ideal curve that will keep you from not being able to play your deck while your opponents sit there and tap cards at you all day. So this was our first Pack-A-Day episode. Looks like we have a little trouble with the autofocus throughout, but I feel like it went all right. We're going to be opening for the rest of the month 1 Pack-A-Day of Ravnica Allegiance that we got from our booster box here. And we're essentially just going to give you your pack opening fix for the day on YouTube and on Instagram and other places. So we hope that you will join us for that, and you'll get to see some more of my kiddo and just kind of enjoying the game from a pretty casual perspective. So thank you for watching me open this Simic pre-release pack, and make sure you subscribe, like the video, and comment below. Let me know if you have any suggestions for the channel, any suggestions for the content. Always open to new advice. So thanks so much, and we will see you next time.